An elderly woman walks into a biker rally, only to be mocked and pushed aside by younger riders. But just as she turns to leave, a voice shouts, "Wait, that patch!" The crowd falls silent. What happens next will leave them speechless. This kind of hook builds curiosity, tension, and a sense of mystery, making viewers eager to watch the full story. Let me know if you want it tweaked for an even stronger impact. Before we dive into this incredible story, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, let us know in the comments, where are you watching from? Now, imagine walking into a place where you thought you belonged, only to be laughed at and told to leave. That's exactly what happened to an elderly woman at a biker rally, until someone recognized her patch. What happened next left the entire crowd in shock. Let's get into it. The roar of motorcycles filled the air as hundreds of bikers gathered in the open field for the annual Freedom Riders Rally. The scent of burning rubber mixed with the aroma of barbecue, and the sound of rock music blared from massive speakers. Leather-clad men and women stood in groups, sharing stories of past rides, comparing bikes, and reveling in the camaraderie that only bikers truly understood. Among them, unnoticed at first, was an elderly woman slowly making her way through the crowd. Dressed in faded jeans, scuffed boots, and an old leather jacket, she looked out of place among the rugged, tattooed men and women who had spent years building their reputation on the road. Her silver hair was tied in a loose ponytail, and her face bore the wrinkles of a life well lived. She stopped to admire a customized Harley-Davidson, running her fingers along its polished chrome. But before she could truly appreciate the beauty of the machine, a deep, mocking voice interrupted her thoughts. "Hey, Grandma! You lost!" A group of younger bikers, their vests adorned with patches of a well-known club, turned to look at her, laughing among themselves. One of them, a tall man with a thick beard and sunglasses, stepped closer, smirking. "This ain't no nursing home event," he said. "What are you even doing here?" The old woman straightened her back, looking the young man in the eye. "I came for the rally," she said, her voice calm but firm. "Same as you." Another biker, a woman in her 30s with dyed red hair, scoffed. "Come on, lady. This is for real bikers, not for little old ladies playing dress-up." The elderly woman's grip tightened around the strap of her leather bag. She had spent her youth riding, living the very life these people now mocked her for. But times had changed, and the younger generation had no idea who she was, or what she had done. "Maybe you should leave," the bearded man said, nudging his friend as if daring her to argue, "before someone thinks you wandered away from a retirement home." A few nearby bikers chuckled, and the humiliation burned in the elderly woman's chest. She turned to leave, swallowing the lump in her throat. The rally was supposed to be about brotherhood, about a shared love for the road. But clearly, she was no longer welcome. Just as she was about to step past the crowd, a voice rang out over the laughter. "Wait a damn minute." The laughter died instantly. Heads turned as an older biker stepped forward, his heavy boots crunching against the dirt. He was tall, his salt and pepper beard thick, and his vest bore the insignia of one of the most respected biker clubs in the country. His eyes locked onto the elderly woman, but they weren't filled with mockery. They were wide with disbelief. "Where did you get that jacket?" he asked, his voice quieter now, but firm. The young bikers looked at each other, confused. The bearded man who had been teasing her snorted. "Probably picked it up at a thrift shop." The older biker ignored him, stepping closer. "That patch on the back. That's from the Iron Valkyries. Where the hell did you get it?" The crowd shifted, whispers spreading among the bikers. The Iron Valkyries had been a legendary all-female biker club from the 60s and 70s, known for breaking barriers in a world that had been dominated by men. They had ridden across the country, fought for women's rights in motorcycling, and even participated in protests for biker freedom laws. The elderly woman finally sighed and lifted her head. "I didn't get it from anywhere," she said. "This jacket is mine. I rode with the Valkyries. A stunned silence fell over the crowd. The older biker's expression changed instantly. His eyes filled with respect. "No way," he murmured, stepping even closer. "What's your name?" She took a deep breath. "Margaret O'Connell. But my brothers and sisters used to call me Maggie Steele." The name hit like a bomb. A younger biker, scrolling on his phone, gasped. "Holy crap," he muttered. "She's in the archives." She rode cross-country with the Valkyries back in '72. Led a protest against the helmet laws in '74. She was one of the first women to ride with. Before he could finish, the older biker dropped to one knee, bowing his head slightly. "Miss Maggie," he said with deep reverence, "it is an honor." The younger bikers stood frozen, their expressions shifting from amusement to shock, and then to guilt. The bearded man who had taunted her the most rubbed the back of his neck awkwardly. I didn't know," he muttered. Maggie gave him a small smile. "Most people don't." Another older biker stepped forward, clapping a hand on Maggie's shoulder. "You should have told us who you were, darling." She shook her head. "I shouldn't have to. Respect should come before recognition." The lesson hung heavy in the air. The young bikers lowered their heads, embarrassed at their earlier treatment of her. Then one of them, the red-haired woman who had mocked her, stepped forward hesitantly. Would you tell us some stories? About how it was back then." Maggie looked around at the crowd, her sharp blue eyes glistening with emotion. She saw the regret on the faces of those who had laughed at her and the admiration in the eyes of those who now understood who she was. A slow smile spread across her face. "I suppose I could spare some time," she said. The bikers quickly gathered around as she took a seat near one of the bonfires. As she began to speak, telling tales of open roads, rival gangs, daring rides, and the battles she had fought, not just on the road but for the rights of women in the biker world, her audience sat in awe. Even the youngest bikers listened, captivated by the history that had shaped the very world they now rode in. By the end of the night, Maggie Steele was no longer just an elderly woman at a rally. She was a legend among them, and no one ever dared mock her again. Instead, when she arrived at future rallies, she was greeted with the respect she had always deserved. Thank you for watching this incredible story. If this video moved you, then don't leave just yet. There's more you can do to be part of our growing community of passionate viewers who love real, inspiring, and unforgettable stories. Your support matters. Hitting the like button helps this video reach more people who would love to hear powerful stories just like this one. It's a small action that makes a huge difference. Subscribe and turn on notifications. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click that notification bell so you never miss an update. We bring you more amazing stories that will inspire, entertain, and keep you coming back for more. Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you. Let us know. What was your favorite part of this story? Have you ever experienced or witnessed something similar? Where are you watching from? Your comments help build an amazing community, and we reply to as many as we can. Share this story. If this video touched your heart, chances are it will inspire someone else too. Share it with your friends, family, and on your social media. Spread the message of respect, history, and the power of recognition. Follow us for more. Stay connected with us on social media for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and more engaging stories. Watch more amazing stories. We have tons of great content waiting for you. Check out our playlist of viral, emotional, and inspiring stories that will keep you entertained and moved. Support the channel. Want to do more? Here's how you can support us. Become a member for exclusive. We appreciate every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and subscribes. You are the reason we do what we do. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories, and remember, respect should always come before recognition. Until next time, ride safe, stay inspired, and keep sharing the love.